Loneliness is considered one of the greatest health risks in America, more dangerous than smoking 15 cigarettes a day. And the scary part isn't that more and more of us feel alone, depressed, without hope. It's that most of us don't even realize when we're sitting across from someone who's actively dealing with those issues. And I know this because I've been that person sitting on the other side. I've been that person who woke up feeling purposeless, drained, cup completely empty. Now, what's funny is for those who know me, who have met me, they may hear that and say, Trenton, no energy. Trenton needs to calm down half the time, right? But ladies and gentlemen, I've been to that place. And there's a lot of us in this community, no less here in this room tonight even, that have been there too. What did you do in that moment? How did you take this bone dry, empty cup and fill it up? It's hard. Today, I'm going to make that easier. I woke up one Monday morning and talk about bone dry. I had my own son sitting in the car with me. We're headed to school. And he just wanted to sing a song with me. My own 4-year-old son who was sitting right here in front of me and just, I could barely mouth the words to the chorus. That wasn't okay with me. Now, call it a touch of luck, a stroke of fate, whatever you want to call it. I'd call it my Holy Spirit. But I soon had a vision of this depleted cup changing. This empty pit in my stomach began feeling like a transformation. I didn't know how to describe it, but something, my perspective began to change. Trenton, you are not empty. You're expanding. You're making room, but for what? You guys heard of the story of the man in the hole before? It's a pretty good one. Man falls into a deep hole, can't get out. Doctor walks by, writes him a prescription. Hope that helps. Priest walks by, says a prayer. Then a stranger walks by and jumps in the hole with him. Man says, what are you doing? Now we're both stuck. Stranger says, yeah, but I've been here before and I know the way out. He's been to that place. He's seen that hole before. He was well equipped to get the man out. Your cup may feel empty, but it can still pour. And ladies and gentlemen, when we pour, we are limitless. A great friend and mentor of mine often tells me, giving starts the receiving process. I love that. You'll be amazed by how full you will feel when you first pour. But how do we do that, especially when we feel empty? This is my formula. In every meeting, in every phone call, in every small interaction you have on the street, in every argument you have with your spouse, my wife is here, this is how we as a community need to interact, all right? Let's break it down. First things first, you can't pour before you pause. Pause your agenda, pause your assumptions, pause your urge to talk about yourself first. Put your phone down, look them in the eye, and be present. I mentioned my wife is here. I can feel her eyes rolling just a little bit. I may or may not need to work on this one at the house, but you know what? Let's not go there. I digress. Trust me, in that true connection doesn't start when you speak. It starts when you pause, okay? Second, open. We need to open the space up for them to be vulnerable. Give them the floor. Welcome them in with open arms. Because if our cup is closed off, how can you pour? Right? Spoiler, you can't. It's impossible. Find what makes this person in front of you tick. Where are you from? Where's your family? How's your family? What's a big win for you this week? What's been challenging? Most people walk into conversations trying to be interesting. I want you to walk into conversations trying to be interested. Y'all with me? All right, so we pause, we open, which allows us to truly understand the other. And I'll wink at my wife one more time here. Early on in our relationship, I used to love wearing the Mr. Fix-It hat. Show of hands, who is familiar with this syndrome, all right? Now, I won't tell you guys how long it took me to learn the lesson. That might embarrass me, but it wasn't until I understood that what my wife needed in moments of vulnerability was not me throwing solutions at her. It was simply giving her somebody to hear what she was saying and for her to feel safe to say it. We need to immerse ourselves in this person's seat, in this person's shoes, so that even if we disagree with their ideology, whatever that may be, we can still understand where they're coming from. All right, now I'm 3/4 of the way in. Notice I haven't really said anything about us. This is not about you. It's not about us. You're not talking, you're listening. You're not fielding questions, you're asking questions. You're not trying to impress, you're being impressed. You're intentionally being submissive. Kind of sounds like we're letting the other person pour into us, doesn't it? But now it's your turn to redistribute that value. Now you're ready to pour. You're paused, you're open, you understand. Now you're ready to reach out in front of you and fill this other's cup. Reach out in front of you and embrace who they are. Reach out in front of you and touch their spirit. Reach deep within yourself and find a way, any way, that you can give this person value. And maybe this is advice, like the friend of the man in the hole. Hey, I've been in this hole before and I know the way out. Maybe this is a solution to their issue because now at this stage, you understand them, you understand where they are in life, and you remember how you fixed it. Maybe this is a simple referral to their business or referral to a new friend or a new favorite restaurant in town. Maybe it's just a simple ask. How can I keep you in my thoughts? How can I keep you in my heart? Guys and gals, maybe it's the fact that after everything we've done, pausing, opening, understanding, and possibly still not knowing how we can help this person in front of us. But the act of reaching deep within yourself, even when there's nothing there to grab, but the intentionality, the effort, the care behind asking, how can I pour into you today? When was the last time someone asked you that question? How did it make you feel? I'll leave you guys with one more story that you should know. Okay, there was this kid who grew up with his family in Italy. His dad played professional basketball. So naturally, this kid got really good at playing basketball himself. So good, in fact, he got drafted into the NBA right out of high school. That should give it away. All right, now he loved this player named Michael Jordan, especially his mid-range turnaround jumper. And so he crafted his game around it. Now in the NBA, there was a time where he played against the debated greatest player of all time, wherever you guys stand in that stance. They're going back and forth. They're competing against one another. And at one point in this game, during a dead ball, this kid, he bends over next to him. He says, hey, man, how do you know where the defense is on your turnaround jumper? Where MJ responds, use your legs. That's how you feel where the defense is. Now say it with me. Who is this kid? Kobe Bryant. Yes, I knew I liked this crowd. The late and great Kobe Bryant, who went on to perfect that turnaround jumper. And even today, I don't know about you guys, but I can't ball up a piece of garbage and shoot it into the trash can without saying, Kobe. Absolutely. Now, it's very well known that his patented Mamba mentality is what gave him so much success. But I wonder if he would have perfected his game if MJ hadn't poured into him as much as he did. I wonder if Taylor Swift becomes Taylor Swift, if not for a guitar teacher who poured into a young girl and said, hey, your voice matters. Keep writing music. I wonder if Dr. Martin Luther King would have inspired the millions he did, if not for his spiritual mentor, Howard Thurman. I wonder what our world will look like if every single person woke up with the sole goal to pour into one person every single day. This is how Murfreesboro needs to play the game. This is how Murfreesboro becomes a model for how our entire world should work. Because the next Kobe, the next Swift, the next teacher, healer, or leader could be sitting right in front of us, cups feeling empty. Parents, they could be sitting in the backseat of our car trying to sing a song to you. Or eating pancakes at the kitchen table on a Saturday morning. It is our job. It is our responsibility to teach our peers, our colleagues, our kids to pour every single day. And so I'm here because I want to challenge you today. I want to encourage you. Start pouring. Find someone. Pour into your friends, pour into your family. Pour into your wife, pour into your husband. Pour into your neighbor. Pour into people who like you. Pour into people who don't like you. Pour into strangers on the street. Just pour. Because, guys, that's the community we want to live in. That's the legacy we want to leave behind, isn't it? And I promise you, your cup will not feel empty. You will be limitless.